guys, this is Dr. Hub. Now we'll look at the types of ventilation. So in types of ventilation, there are two. First we are dealing with the natural, then we'll move on to the mechanical. So natural ventilation is, first there is a percolation. What is meant by percolation? So percolation is a ventilation of space achieved by allowing the wind to blow through it. So you allow wind to blow through it, allow wind to blow through it, and removing the obstacles for this to happen. And you allow the wind to blow and remove obstacles. So this will be by opening the windows, open the window as well as the door. This is percolation. Next is aspiration. So aspiration means that occurs when there is an obstruction as wind bypasses and it creates a suction action. So there is an obstruction as wind bypass and there is a suction. There is a suction action. Next comes a diffusion. So what is meant by diffusion? Diffusion is a passage of air through the small spaces. So it's passage of the air, and this is through small spaces and or openings. So it is through small spaces or the openings. Next we have this cross ventilation. Cross ventilation. So cross ventilation is when the air is allowed a natural path through the space by providing opening at appropriate spaces. So air is allowed a natural path. So there is a natural path through the space, by providing an opening at appropriate places like opposite to each other. So it is opposite to each other. So the drawback of natural ventilation is that the regulation of air quality is not possible. So regulation of air quality is not possible. Next comes the mechanical ventilation. So in the mechanical ventilation, there is something known as the exhaust ventilation. So exhaust ventilation, it utilizes the exhaust fans. So there is exhaust fans which are used and they run on electricity. They run on the electricity and are placed high up near the roof. So it is near the roof on the external walls. A vacuum is created by the fresh air enters the ventilated space. So there is a presence of vacuum as the fresh air from outside comes in. Fresh air comes in. Next there is a plenum ventilation. Plenum ventilation uses centrifugal fans. So there is centrifugal fans. They are used to blow the fresh air into the room. So it is fresh air into the rooms and creates a positive pressure. So what it does is it creates a positive pressure, and this will be by vitiated air is pushing out, by which the vitiated air, this is pushed out. Next is there is a balanced ventilation. So a balanced ventilation, it means that it is a combination of both exhaust and the plenum. So it is a combination of the exhaust, and the splenium. There is a method of ventilation. So this is a method of ventilation. Next is air conditioning. So it is a simultaneous control of all or at least 3 factors that influence the air quality. So it is a simultaneous control of all or at least 3 factors that influence the air quality in confined space or the room. So these factors, what do they include? So at least 3 factors. There is temperature, there can be humidity, there is also the air movement, and there is the distribution, dust, bacteria, odors, as well as the toxic gases.